ourselves in ways that are more supportive, encouraging, hopeful.
Navigating college can be stressful. Experts share some tips for a successful semester.
Everything is just a lot bigger with the exhibition, so we thought, why not make it a little bit bigger with the Art After Dark as well?
More than 1,000 people celebrate art at the MOA's Art After Dark Gala.
Floral shops all across the state are preparing for one of their busiest times of the year. Welcome to Universe Live. I'm JC Stilovich.
And I'm Iori Kennedy. It's Thursday, February 8th, 2024. BYU reports an enrollment of nearly 35,000 students.
Universe Live reporter Rayhana Wilson is on BYU campus. Rayhana, what are some of the resources the university offers to support student success?
I'm here at Brigham Young University, where thousands of students roam this campus, striving to succeed this semester and achieve their goals. BYU students are starting to sense the gravity of their coursework and responsibilities as they finish the first month of the new semester.
Because if I don't do anything, nobody else is going to tell me to.
Journalism student Isaac Rashkon says success means swapping out distractions for helpful habits. These include setting schedules and timers to keep himself on track and not procrastinate schoolwork.
What holds me back or keeps me from doing my best work is if I only think of doing things like at the minimum level.
Dr. Hoku Conklin is a clinical professor and licensed psychologist. He works in BYU's Counseling and Psychology Services Center. Conklin has advice for students aiming for success while managing stress and anxiety.
So I think even before the semester starts, meeting with an advisor within your college to kind of go over your schedule and kind of have a sense of what that's going to look like, right? And so that we're not biting off more than we can chew.
Conklin points out the wealth of resources available to students on campus. Several include the University Accessibility Center, learning workshops, and student development classes.
I think kind of getting involved with sometimes student clubs and organizations, sometimes it's with extracurricular things, but things that kind of add balance to their schedule.
He emphasizes that prioritizing rest, exercise, and nutrition is key for students to maintain the energy needed to pursue what matters most to them.
You know, talk to ourselves in ways that are more supportive, encouraging, hopeful, uplifting, and so forth.
There are many resources students can use to achieve their goals. Reporting for Universe Live in Provo, I'm Rayhana Wilson.
Thanks, Rayhana. Hopefully these tips and advice can make a difference for students both now and as they move forward.
Students who struggle with mental health may not always know how to see the signs or know who to talk to about them. Universe Live reporter Candace Contreras attended a recent Latinos Unidos Club activity to help students who may be struggling.
Trying to, whatever we can do to make safe places for students on campus.
Mark Beecher is a licensed psychologist who works at CAPS. He teaches classes such as positive living and specializes in different mental health areas, including multicultural and diversity issues, depression and anxiety, and eating disorders. He and his colleague, Hugh Y. Yoko Cadwell, lead a discussion on academic and racial stress.
We talked about some basic relaxation strategies, things like breathing exercises, focusing on the present, mindfulness, some of those kinds of things, and also just some basic ways to deal with anxiety.
Beecher led the group through an exercise where they were told to stare at the hands of a clock and focus on their breathing, a helpful way to calm down when one is going through a stressful situation. The group discussed stressors and ways to recognize them when they are happening. The discussion was also opened up to any questions that the students may have had.
I guess to teach our parents about mental health. So I don't know, because no, this event's super important for us as students, specifically due to the amount of stress and anxiety we experience, especially for us as a minority here at BYU.
Students were reminded to give themselves the same benefit of the doubt that they would give to others, and to remember to go easy on themselves when they are struggling. Beecher hopes to rid of some misconceptions that surround the CAPS office, making some students feel hesitant to go.
I guess I hope, number one, that they feel like that there are some resources on campus to be helpful, that they're going to be heard and understood if they come to counseling and psychological services, and then also that there are some helps, that they don't have to do this on their own.
Thanks, Candace. If you or someone you know is struggling with anxiety, depression, or any other mental health issues, the CAPS office is open from 8 a.m. to 4:15 p.m.
We're several weeks into the semester, and students who drive to campus are struggling to find a place to park. Students who pay $60 per semester can park in the Y lots on the outskirts of campus. But some say these parking lots don't have enough space, and many students say if they get to campus later in the morning, there are no available spots to stay. And they say that can impact their education.
It's the third week of class, and I've missed like 2 classes from just driving around for like 40 to 50 minutes trying to find a parking spot.
The university encourages students to use public transit, campus shuttles, and walk when possible to combat this ongoing issue.
A new sushi restaurant is gearing up to open its doors soon at the BYU Cougar Eat. Blue Sushi is already selling their food, and students are forming lines. Student employees are being trained by sous chefs to hand make their sushi rolls. The Cougar Cafe is now split into 2 to make space for the new store. Sam Montag shares the Cougar Eat marketing department sent out surveys to determine how successful sushi would be on campus.
We found that people want some sushi. They want something nice, grab and go, affordable lunch options. So we started working with our executive and our sous chefs in producing a menu that could deliver on these for the Cougar Eat.
Their menu includes rolls with cream cheese and crab or tuna, a roll called the Crunchy Dragon, and a vegetarian roll. Blue Sushi will bring in more limited items sometime after their opening. Montag says their current plan is to open officially on February 12th after their employees receive more training.
Art exhibits and parties don't usually go hand in hand, but the Spanish Masterpiece exhibit at the BYU Museum of Art is a cause for celebration. Universe Live's Belle Lewis has a reaction from partygoers about the new display.
Well, there may not be a T-Rex playing fetch or a fight between Romans and cowboys, but the museum tonight has certainly come alive.
More than 1,000 turned up for the BYU Museum of Art's newest exhibition titled Spain and the Hispanic World.
It's a great social scene. I didn't realize how many people would come when I got the invitation.
The display features more than 150 artworks, relics, and artifacts spanning 4,000 years of art history.
These are some of the most extraordinary artworks we've ever had here at the museum, and I can't wait to see people's reactions as they find them for the first time.
It is one of the largest exhibits to come to Brigham Young University. Event organizers say they wanted the event to match the magnitude of the collection.
Everything is just a lot bigger with the exhibition, so we thought, why not make it a little bit bigger with the Art After Dark as well?
The exhibition is available in Spanish and English. This allows visitors to take a look at the pieces with historical context.
Really walking through history as you go through this exhibition, which I think is really perfect for our campus audiences to learn as they go.
Organizers hope the learning continued after the MOA Gala, with people returning to spend more time with art.
It's been great, it's been fun, got to run into people I haven't seen in a few years.
Between the art and the dancing, this has truly been a night at the museum. This has been Belle Lewis for Universe Live.
That party looked like a blast. If you missed the gala or want to revisit the exhibit, it will be open to the public through June 15th.
Book conservators are constantly busy repairing BYU's books and other items to preserve history. Down in the basement of the library, there is an office solely dedicated to preserving and repairing books or artifacts that have seen better days. BYU Library Head Conservator Christopher McAfee says the goal is not to make an item look new, but rather to preserve it for future use or display.
So in a nutshell, we can take a book completely apart, wash the pages, repair the tears, put it back together again, and make it look as good as old.
Library staff reports a collection of 6 million items and shelves stretching nearly 100 miles. The library itself spans the equivalent of 2.5 football fields from north to south. The Conservation Laboratory repairs 600 to 1,000 items a year. Treatments can take as little as 15 minutes or as many as 40 working hours, the equivalent of nearly 2 days.
People use flowers for a variety of occasions, from weddings to funerals and even to express a simple thank you. Universe Live reporter Amy Ortiz shows us how one local flower shop is customizing floral designs during the hustle and bustle of the Valentine's Day season.
That's right, I'm standing outside local Provo shop Foxglove to get a behind-the-scenes look at how the shop runs and what they do to prepare for the Valentine's Day rush.
Foxglove Utah provides customers a variety of services.
Every day we send out arrangements to people for birthdays or sympathy arrangements or thank yous or whatever you can think of.
Foxglove owner Miriam Housley tells us the shop aims to cater to customers craving for one-of-a-kind flowers and arrangements.
You know, something that you dreamed of your whole life as far as what you want for your flowers. That's kind of our mission.
Getting ready for the Valentine's Day rush is no small feat. Foxglove starts as early as December.
Because right now it's beautiful. It's a long preparation. Valentine's is intense.
Jarvis tells us they often work late hours on the nights leading up to Valentine's Day. They must prepare weeks in advance to stay ahead.
Right now we're just more mentally preparing and emotionally preparing for how taxing it'll be, but it's always a really fun time too.
Jarvis and Housley recommend those looking for the perfect Valentine's Day bouquet to consider the recipient's personality and preferences.
Are they more of like a traditional, or are they more funky and unique?
Foxglove typically accommodates a few walk-in orders on Valentine's Day. Housley advises customers to pre-order now to avoid being flowerless on the big day.
Those looking to get ahead of the Valentine's Day rush can visit Foxglove Utah on Instagram. Reporting for Universe Live, I'm Amy Ortiz.
A few thousand students party at the Wilkinson Center for what Sister Wendy Reese says is the largest group date she has ever been on. The night started in the ballroom where a packed crowd overflowed into the hall to listen to a brief conversation with the Reeses. President Shane Reese and his wife shared a bit of their own dating experience with the help of a Kahoot game. Reese encouraged students to remember to have fun dating and develop healthy, respectful relationships.
We had so much fun. It was so fun learning about them and their background together.
Students posed in photo booths, learned how to swing dance, played board games, and of course, ate J-Dogs. Even Cosmo joined in on the fun. Outside on the plaza, students sang karaoke and sat around gas fire pits to roast marshmallows for s'mores. Free tickets to the planetarium and free bowling sold out quickly. This was the first time BYU hosted this kind of date night, and they hope to make it an annual event.
Big things are on the horizon for Provo Airport. We'll tell you what's coming with the new expansion and what it means for travelers in Utah County.
We love Red Claw! But we don't like you!
The Provo Town Center offers children's art classes, and kids are loving it. We'll tell you why.
Some say it's crazy and some say it's fun. Dozens of people participated in a polar plunge this weekend. Find out why they braved the frigid waters of Utah Lake.
Sarah, you've got this, okay?
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon wardrobe. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. What you want to say.
But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
The Provo Airport has hit a significant milestone. It welcomed its millionth passenger this past December.
A recently announced airport expansion expects to bring even more travelers. Universe Live reporter McKenna Schmidt spoke with project organizers about what you can expect.
The Provo Airport has almost been at capacity since opening its new terminal in 2022. Airport Division Director Brian Torgerson says this current expansion project is crucial to accommodating growing passenger demand.
Really what we're focusing on is attracting a carrier who has daily network service to a major hub airport to where you can fly out of Provo and really get to anywhere in the world on a daily basis.
Torgerson says this facet of the expansion will better cater to the Provo business traveler who requires flexibility and consistency. The project will also include a new customs facility that will allow Provo to handle international flights for the first time.
Which is going to require more ramp, it's going to require more terminal, more gates, a little bit of everything for us.
Airport Operations Manager Matthew Jensen says the initial phase of expanding the ramp area will increase the airport's capacity from 4 to 7 gates.
In our case, we break it down based on when we have funding for certain parts, but yeah, we're doing all of it as fast as we possibly can.
Airport officials anticipate the completion of the ramp in approximately 1 year, coinciding with the ongoing expansion of the terminal.
We're on a bit of a weather shutdown right now just because of snow and rain and mud is making it difficult. So they'll resume those operations as soon as warmer, drier weather returns.
Torgerson and Jensen invite travelers to come and experience flying with them, even as the expansion progresses.
I mean, we've made a difference in the lives of 1 million people already in just short 18 months since we opened, and we're excited about that. We're proud of that. We hope people, continue to realize the benefit of flying out of Provo.
The airport says it's dedicated to working to expand flight options to various destinations for people living in the area.
Utah State Congressman John Curtis kicks off his campaign for the U.S. Senate. His campaign launch party last Monday, Congressman Curtis emphasized his drive to do better for the state of Utah and the United States as a whole. His goals and initiatives remain consistent with his view from his congressional seat, but he hopes to make a greater impact with a seat in the Senate.
There's a lot of, generally speaking, the significant legislation starts in the Senate, and this gives me a chance to be in those early conversations.
Curtis seeks to continue serving the state by listening, leading, and producing results. He is a former businessman and mayor of Provo. Curtis is one of 11 Republican candidates running for the U.S. Senate seat left vacant by Mitt Romney.
A Provo women's nonprofit has given thousands of children the chance to create art in a creative and accessible space. Universe Live's Andrew Osborne went there to check it out.
We love drawing club! But we don't like you!
Regardless of their feelings of me, the kids at Neighborhood Art Center love their drawing class, located on the second floor of Provo Town Center. Feltus says her 2 young children ignited a desire within her to create a haven for families to gather and get creative.
While we've been living in Provo, I just really wanted community space, a place for me to take them that would be community space and creative and fun.
Feltus says that they started out in a smaller photo studio, but 3 years ago she was able to expand into the current space.
And our mission is to make art accessible for everybody in the community. So we just try to keep our prices really, really low.
Children from ages 2 to 18 can get in for only $5, and that $5 goes a long way. The space is full of all sorts of activities with drawing supplies, toys, and a dedicated painting room with splattered walls.
TV? I don't know. Is this TV? Wait, are we?
I really love our free events like Art in the Park because it just feels like we're really fulfilling our mission. All these people are coming here and having fun together. I don't know, I just really like the community aspect of it.
Feltus says that at the moment they only have the funding to be open on Wednesdays and Fridays. However, she has high hopes for Neighborhood Art Center's 2024. She aims to add more hours and bring more events to the community. Andrew Osborne, Universe Live.
Thanks, Andrew. The Neighborhood Art Center is open on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 to 5.
Tibble Fork Reservoir up in American Fork Canyon is known as a go-to hotspot during the summer months. The area picks up just as much traffic in the winter as well. Inches of ice is covering the lake right now. Folks are still flocking to the area, eager to do a myriad of winter activities like sledding. Jose Calderon is a first-time visitor to the area. He says Tibble Fork is really different compared to his home country of Venezuela.
Yeah, Venezuela is a hot country. It doesn't have snow, just in one state. The state name is Merida, and right there falls snow, but in the mountains, not in the city.
Ice fishing is also a hit at Tibble Fork during the chilly season. We found several anglers with shelters and augers to drill holes through the ice. Fishers this year can expect to catch rainbow, brown, and cutthroat trout. The U.S. Forest Service manages Tibble Fork, so you can expect to pay a small day use fee to access.
Runners may still be thawing out from a 5K race and a frigid plunge into Utah Lake. Universe Live reporter Kylie Swan has some of the sights and sounds from the exhilarating event.
I'm here at Utah Lake at the Provo Boat Harbor, where participants are getting ready to start their 5K run.
Good morning, everybody.
Racing season is every season in Utah, rain, cold, or shine.
I'm doing this with my wife and daughter around this summer.
Chase Peterson feels excited to run alongside his 13-year-old daughter in her first race at the annual 5K and Polar Plunge at the Provo Boat Harbor.
Well, hopefully I didn't push her too hard, but she enjoyed her experience of it.
It only took 15 minutes for the first runners to cross the finish line.
And the winner is 16:02.
Then it was decision time, to plunge or not to plunge.
Nice plunge, coldest thing I've ever done.
A frozen section carved out of Utah Lake left just enough room for a few brave souls to jump in at a time.
Someone said, they came out, they're like, oh, it feels like a jacuzzi. And I was like, are you sure?
Peterson says he saw the penguin plunge as a way to face a challenge and confront adversity in a controlled setting. And unlike last year, participants did not have to battle through a snowstorm this time around.
Weather was good in terms of running, but not for the plunge because the ice didn't freeze completely for us, but everything else was went smoothly.
Many runners tell me they enjoyed the event, especially because they could share the experience with loved ones.
I don't regret it. I'm actually really happy. At least I got to do it with my uncle, so I wasn't alone.
Both avid runners and avid power walkers joined in the 5K today, some finishing off the race with a jump into the lake. Reporting for the Daily Universe, this is Kylie Swan.
A magical feast for Muggles right here on BYU campus.
I'm a big Potterhead, Hufflepuff girl.
We'll show you what was on the menu and who from the 4 houses of Hogwarts attended the Enchanted Banquet. BYU is listed as one of the best universities in the nation for students with children, but that doesn't mean being a student parent is easy. We'll show you how one club on campus is helping student moms.
When I think about what has the power to change the world, it could all be said with just one word: kindness. And what if we lived with a heart of kindness? What if we loved like we've been loved? If that's all that we're remembered for, well, let that be enough. So when they stand and tell the stories of who we are and what we've done, of 1,000 things that we could leave behind us. And what if we lived with a heart of kindness? What if we loved like we've been loved? If that's all that we're remembered for, well, let that word be kindness.
BYU transported students into a world of magic and wonder this week. The Skyrim restaurant rolled out the red carpet for a Hogwarts banquet. Universe Live reporter Audrey Hill has a look at the enchanted evening.
Harry Potter fans of all ages gathered to feast upon the world of Harry Potter in a Hogwarts-inspired Skyrim menu. They played games and trivia and watched Harry Potter movie clips.
In October, we did a different Harry Potter Halloween kind of event, and lots of people loved it, and so we decided to do another Harry Potter event.
The Hogwarts menu featured food and drinks like butterbeer, shepherd's pie, pumpkin juice, and a buffet meal.
I was very excited for this Hogwarts feast. I'm a big Potterhead, Hufflepuff girl.
Chenny Ray says that she tried to attend the Hogwarts feast in October. She was unable to get a ticket. The event had already sold out.
When I heard they were doing this again, I immediately wanted to come. It's been lovely. They've decorated so cute, and the food is all very thematic. Had a delicious butterbeer, so it's been really fun.
Thank you so much.
The Skyrim went all out with Harry Potter-inspired decorations. Organizers encouraged attendees to dress in costume. Additionally, guests could pick their Hogwarts house and snag a seat at the matching table. As for future events or more Hogwarts feasts, well, the Skyrim is keeping that under wraps for now. Reporting for Universe Live at BYU, I'm Audrey Hill.
A BYU club is working to make sure student moms at the university get the support they need while juggling school, life, and motherhood. Universe Live's Alice Skubler explores the challenges that these women are facing.
Haley June is the BYU Moms Club president. She has 2 young boys and is pursuing a master's degree in sociology at BYU.
I think a big reason that we focus on awareness as part of the Student Moms Club is just to let people know the different challenges and how they can help, and things that are easy or things that are hard.
A study published by the Institute for Women's Policy says that 20% of all college students are mothers. Nearly 2 million students, or 11%, raise their children without a partner. On the other hand, 23% of all students are married at BYU.
You skipped a page.
Social media specialist and mother of 1 son, Elise Castle, sheds light on the unique challenges faced by student moms on campus.
Moms should go to school. Moms should get support for their education. And so that's really frustrating that people aren't aware, I guess, of the amount of moms on campus. Even if someone doesn't look like a mom, they can be a mom.
BYU does not provide childcare services for students. However, the university does offer preschool and kindergarten options. This situation leaves parents with infants and toddlers in the position of having to seek private childcare solutions.
Red, good job! All moms should have the ability to go to school and receive an education if they want one.
The Moms Club offers a community where mothers can exchange ideas and make friends to help them in their quest to balance school and the challenges of helping them raise a family.
We're just trying to build a better community for moms on campus and make BYU a more mom-friendly place.
Ready, go!
You can find a list of future events on the Moms Club Instagram page. Reporting for Universe Live at BYU, I'm Alice Gubler.
Thanks, Alice. The BYU Moms Club will be hosting a Student Parent Support Week February 6th through February 9th. More information about the event will be on the club's social media accounts.
BYU is not just about hitting the books. The university is home to a medieval combat society called Knights of the Y. Students can dive into weekly epic battlefield experience on Club Nights. The group offers training, battlefield engagement, and a growth-oriented environment for students seeking sword fighting thrills. Club President Andre Tatro says the opportunity to swing swords at others is what drew him in initially.
Brendan finished his mission before I did and came to BYU, and he joined this club, posted about it on Facebook. And I said, sword fighting, whacking people, I love that, let me join in. A lot of people joined for that reason. I saw people whacking others with swords, I wanted in.
The club isn't solely focused on combat. The group also conducts knighting ceremonies. They help teach members to become better versions of themselves through knighthood, lessons about living with love, honor, and pure purpose of heart. You can join the Knights of the Y on Tuesdays from 7 to 8:30 at the Terrace in the Wilkinson Center.
Albert Einstein once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Universe Live reporter Molly Zuniga has the story of a local musician who lived through that firsthand.
People know musician Jeff Yee as Lotusville.
I am not a producer by any means.
Fate led him to become one.
I had to sit with the question of, do I do this on my own, risking production quality to be at risk?
That, after a computer crash while he was working on an album, he had already recorded more than 13 tracks.
I lost like 90% of my projects, and that was a hard day. And I kind of just threw in the towel, and I was like, I'm never producing again.
2 years for that matter. Then, he went back to work on his music.
I was trying to alchemize the experiences I was having into something beautiful.
He collaborated with producers before ultimately deciding to take matters into his own hands.
I took a leap of faith and decided to teach myself everything I need to know to produce a decent sounding mix. Oh my God.
He says his music would not be the same had he not lost those tracks from his previous album.
I think Bloodhound is infinitely better.
While not all of us can become musicians, when life knocks you down, Yee encourages us to get back up and keep going. In Provo, Utah for Universe Live, I'm Molly Zuniga.
You can find Jeff Yee's album Bloodhound on all streaming platforms under Lotusville.
A local organization that cares for homeless and low-income families is asking for your continued help after a recent food drive. Crowds gathered together during the 11th annual Fire and Ice event held at the shops at Riverwoods in Provo. The event showcased fire pits and captivating ice sculptures. Event organizers encouraged attendees to contribute canned food donations for the Food and Care Coalition.
So we usually hold it, like I said, end of January, beginning of February. We always have the ice sculptures, which are kind of larger than life and really cool.
Event organizers cranked up the vibe with live music performances. There was even a birds of prey display featuring a Eurasian eagle owl and prairie falcon. The Food and Care Coalition has been a yearly participant in the Fire and Ice event. The organization accepts donations and volunteers year-round. Thank you for joining us today for Universe Live.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website at universe.byu.edu.
Have a great day.